give you my heart.
It's your girl Jenna, downtown German, and today I got a special guest, Charlie. He have his own YouTube channel. That's right.
Yes, ma'am.
All
Yes,
right,
ma'am.
and that's
Indeed.
Healthy Poor Man's Meal.
Healthy Poor Man's Meal.
All right,
Yes,
let's
ma'am.
get into the conversation.
All right.
So, what you cook for me today?
Well, this dish right here I particularly call this. It's more like a shish kebab that I would say with mixed veggie. It's kind of a Sunday brunch that I thought of and that I whipped up. You know, and what's so fascinating about it that my meals, I mean, they come to me kind of in a setting. Like
Okay.
they're not pre-made up, they're not pre-done or anything like that. So it's actually in the segment that I get into this zone and that's how I create it. It's really about the blend.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So, how long a meal like this would take?
Well, particular meal like that right there, this one right here got a little meat in it. You know, I got two different dishes that I do, one with veggie, one without meat. So for the ones that do like meat, you know, we kind of mix it up and stuff like that. But the shish kebab takes anywhere from about 10 to 12 minutes to cook. The mixed vegetable about the same. So all in all, you're looking at it probably about 15 minutes just to put something like this together. And this whole meal right here, folks, with everything you see right here is about $4, $4.25.
$4?
Yes.
Okay, when you say $4 per plate, or
Per plate, per
For-
serving, yeah.
okay,
$4 per plate.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. So, I see a lot of vegetables on this. How do you go to the store and pick vegetables? Because I'm not good at it.
Well, one of the things of it is, just in case for those who can't afford organic, I get some of the typical vegetables that's not organic. One of the real flavor behind it is that, you know, I boil my vegetables.
Okay.
So, you know, I even boil my vegetables before I saute them and stuff. So that's one of the key ingredients, that I boil my vegetables before I actually saute them.
And that's every vegetable you boil?
Just about. Yeah, it takes a lot of the sodium out of it, kind of, you know, an insecticide, anything like that, that you get out of there. You know, you always want to wash the vegetables anyway when you get them, so before you use them. So anything that I use before I get it, I wash it off, and to get the real flavor, I'll even boil them for about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Depends on the
That's good
vegetable.
to know. And you just boil them in regular water, or you add salt in the
Regular water, and I
Okay.
put a little olive oil in there.
Okay.
The kind of, and what the olive oil does with a water base, you know, oil and water don't go together. But if you get just a cap full
Okay.
and you put it inside the water, that'll hold that blend on that flavor, so you don't lose a lot of your flavor within the vegetables that you're boiling. So that's the reason for the olive oil. That's why it's such an important ingredient.
Okay. So what kind of meat is this?
That's right there is sirloin beef. That's a 93.7 that I got today. That was a little pricey, and the reason being because it's kind of one of the top cut meats, you know what I mean, that you can get out of there. But if I feel like if I'm gonna do a shish kebab or something like that,
Okay.
you know, when you think about health, I mean, you know, it's kind of, you know, money's kind of, not saying it's not an object, but if you're gonna eat meat, you want to eat a high quality piece of meat.
Okay.
If you have to eat meat, and that's the reason for that. You know,
Okay.
if you're a meat eater,
Which I
you know, and you still can be a part of Healthy Poor Man's Meal. So we just want to make sure we know beef contains a certain amount of proteins and stuff in it and stuff like that. So I just kind of give the consumers and people on YouTube just different varieties on how they can do it. So I don't want to kind of make one dish without the other, just in case
Okay.
if we got some meat followers out there, like yourself.
Yeah. So without the meat, how would I get full without the meat? Like,
Well, you can subsidize the meat. If you like beans, beans is
Okay.
another good source of proteins that you can also add with it. If you don't like beef, and if you like chicken, you know, grilled chicken, anything like that, there is a good source of protein. So, you know, you got a few things out there that you can get protein, plant-based plants that you can have high protein in it and stuff like that. So.
okay. So what's the story behind all this? Why did you start this whole YouTube channel, Poor Man's Meal? What's the story behind this?
Oh man, you got a few hours?
We can sum it up.
Okay. No, but for me, it was one of them things that, you know, just in trial and error.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I just really you know, I had an incident due to my ankle that caused me to have surgery earlier this year. So, you know, and I had just, you know, probably about 5 or 6 months into a regular training routine. So I was really just kind of just getting my eating habits and stuff like that together. I always ate healthy, but I really wanted to get a lock and in sync on what I was trying to do for us health-wise. And I know instead of me just kind of concentrating on the gym all the time, that it was actually better for me to get the nutrition part. So it was on trial and error, want to eat healthy but didn't have a lot of money.
Yeah, because it's hard to eat healthy.
You know, yeah, when you don't
It's
have
cheaper.
a lot of, yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
think is cheaper when you just go get a dollar burger
Yeah.
at Burger King.
But here's the thing though, you know, with that same mind frame that you use to go get that burger, you have to think as your health as being wealth. You know, so it was really the mindset too that kind of conversed me to really want to take this serious, knowing that my body, and plus I was getting older. So with the condition I was in, up under the surgery and things like that there, that just caused me to want to flourish and flourish just even more with my health and my nutritious value. So that's what played a huge part in it. So I just started getting everyday things
Okay.
that we have in the fridge. You usually have eggs,
Okay.
you usually have green pepper, red peppers, yellow peppers. I mean, certain things that you use.
Okay.
And some of the spices that we don't use, you know what I mean, that we don't even think of using. Like Italian seasons, you know, how often do you use that?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Especially if you're not a big vegetable eater or something like that. But those blends are already, those herbs are already in our vegetables. So the only thing you're really doing is just finding the right blend to kind of tap into that, to bring that flavor out. And that's what really does it.
Okay. And I get a meal this size every time with that price?
Yeah, I mean, for the average, like I said, it just depends on if you're a big meat eater, and if you're not, if you're pescatarian or vegetarian, anything like that. It just, you know, your meat is going to be your high-end commodity on anything you do, especially if you want to do it healthy. And it's really all about the portion. So for average size, anywhere between about $4 or $5 on an average plate.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's good. I like that. So, I mean, you really didn't tell me how to pick out vegetables, though. Like,
Well,
did
one
you
of-
go by color or?
Well, it's kind of fascinating. I do color coordinate.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
that's how I come up with a lot of my colors for my dish. I color coordinate on what color kind of blends together. And then when I actually think of the color and look at the vegetable itself, I think what it's made from. You know what I mean? What is actually growing, kind of what it's made from. So that's what made me determine my herbs and stuff like that on that I put in it. And I know if I want a certain spice or a certain taste, see, here's the thing, you know, a lot of healthy food don't taste good. So in order for me to get the true blend out of it, I mean, it's a dialogue that I go into on with the color codes on it.
Okay, so I can't do this. I have to like look up stuff, right? That's what
Well-
you said. I got to be an expert on.
Well, you don't have to be
vegetables grow at.
you don't have to be an expert on it. You can follow me on YouTube.
Oh, that's true.
You know what I mean? Every Sunday, we try to shoot a video and get a new video out there, and also on Instagram as well. Every dish that I make, I kind of try to get me a photo and I kind of load it up on my Instagram. So if they follow me on Instagram, these dishes and stuff like that, and they also can email me too. So that's another way of keeping in contact with, because it's just my way. It's like food for thought, my way of just giving back and just, you know what I mean? So, you know, if they want to email me and things like that, they can get at me that way. If they want to leave a comment on my YouTube channel, they can do that as well. So, you know.
Okay, so when I go to your YouTube channel, what I expect to see, like step by step, or is it?
Well, I generally kind of
finished?
take the folks through it, every
Okay.
step, you know what I'm saying, on what to get and how to eat and stuff like that there. You know, that you had prompted up and said about actually the cost on this. That's one of the things that we're going to be working on real soon, probably in the next week or so. Actually giving the people a real receipt on what I do and how much I do pay for these meals.
Yeah.
Because me and a partner of mine, we took a challenge and we ate a whole week off $25.
I do that in a day.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah, $25.
that's a
Yeah.
lot of money. I
Me and
be
another
saving.
person, yeah.
A lot of money. I
Yeah.
be saving.
And that's why it's so important to follow this channel, because the thing of it is, it's good, cheap food
Yeah.
that's served good, and it's good for you. So remember, it's all about the blend. So if you stay tuned to me once a week, or follow me on Instagram, hit me up on, Gmail or anything like that, I'll be more than share these secrets and things like that, or anything else that anybody have any question about, because that's what it's all about, healthy living.
Okay. I guess I have to also ask it, where you shop at? Is that a secret
Well,
thing?
no,
or
no, no,
Whole Foods,
not
type
really.
of-
You know what's so kind of funny that you said that. Once again, the lady friend of mine that I shared this challenge with, it does matter.
Okay.
It does matter. It just depends on the mood.
Okay.
That's why if you notice and if you follow me on YouTube, that it's healthy food for a healthy mood. So all that kind of coherent went together. Sometimes it's Walmart, sometimes it's Aldi. So it just depends on the mood.
You just got to know how to shop.
And you just really
Okay.
just got to know how to shop. And like I said before, in the near future, probably next week or so, we're gonna bring a video with me and kind of let the folks know on what they can do to save living and to save eating and stuff. And they can follow me on that as well. So, you know, it's a lot of things that we got coming. They're gonna be making happen for the people. So.
Okay. So you say you're on YouTube and what else? Instagram?
I'm on YouTube and Instagram. Yes.
Okay. On Instagram is videos also? Or is it just...
Actually, I just really got kind of photos of my meal.
Okay.
You know what I mean, and things like that. So, you know, we kind of in the beginning stages of it.
Okay.
Of just prepping it up and actually getting the names and the logos on it and stuff like that. So that's why I say they can email me or leave comments down in my YouTubes on dishes and things they might want to see for themselves that they might not know how to make. Because a lot of people have these things and kind of just not know how to just make them blend together.
Yeah, that's me. That's
Yeah.
me.
Well,
That's
see.
me. So, question I also have on your YouTube and your Instagram. Do you say how many like per salt this or pound of this? Or do you
Well,
go
you know
into
what's so
detail?
you know what's so fascinating about it. We know that eating is have a lot to do with the portion. So I do kind of size portion my dish.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Usually if you, it's good to have specs and stuff like that of tablespoons, teaspoons, and cups and half of cups to follow a dish. But usually if you have a portion size of an average cup that you have in your house, that kind of can give you direction for those who might not have, you know, the proper specs and stuff like that. So cup size cups, even if you have it in the house, that's just another tool you can use to kind of capitalize, you know, when the specs are putting your food in, if you don't have the actual tablespoons and stuff like that to go with. So, but usually I just, when I look at the plate, I just kind of portion size my dishes, just pretty much just by the meal. I usually do a per serving per vegetable, rather.
Okay.
You know,
so
so-
what besides meals like this, what other meals you have like?
Well, I
you do
got
rice and starches and stuff. Like that
Yeah,
also?
I mean, you know, I kind of got a variety when it comes to that. I like to stay on the healthy side of the food side of it. So, you know, I kind of just really watch my salt, you know what I mean? Just when it comes to my blends and stuff like that. I kind of watch a lot of salty food. I do eat meat, but the meats that I do eat, I love chicken, I love steak every now and then and stuff like that. But for the most part, I kind of, you know, eat basic meals and stuff like that. Now make sure I try to get my green in and stuff like that. So, you know, you have to realize that your body is a system. So in order to keep this system going, you got to get the right nutrients that it needs to keep fluctuating. So that's what I try to get my body, everything that it needs to perform my day-to-day tasks.
Okay. So what's your Thanksgiving looking like? Like what the meal look like for Thanksgiving?
Probably a very cheap meal. But we probably do some turkey. I got a few things a couple dishes I got coming up. The week of Thanksgiving, gonna be very excited on how we can take that same turkey dish and we can make that thing last like a week and a half minimum.
Really?
So, yeah.
Okay. But you're gonna splurge a little bit on Thanksgiving. It's gonna be a little bit more than $4.
Well, like I said before, I'm gonna still kind of do what I do because this is a lifestyle for me.
Okay.
And it's just something that I just take very serious and stuff like that there. So if I do have the urge and splurge, sometimes it's gonna be right back on the same thing that I need. But every now and again, you know, I get the urges and stuff like that there. So it just depends on what my stomach can tolerate. And the thing of it is too, once you get accustomed to a certain living and you get that energy in you and you start seeing that cycle kind of start to get in a certain flow, you're gonna be so overwhelmed with that. You're gonna just wanna continue that same healthy living. Not saying that you're not gonna be tempted, because we know we all splurge every now and then, but it's just really about your portion size and just make sure you have the right blends on it. So that's why it's so important that I want the people to follow me and to continue to support this channel, some healthy living that we got.
Okay. So since we was talking about, you know, spoiling yourself every now and then, any desserts?
I actually do a protein shake in the morning time. I do oatmeal, I do banana, I do apples and stuff like that there for us, like a protein shake in the morning. I'm not a big dessert fan, just personally, but I know a lot of my subscribers might like to see me do some desserts and put some desserts on there. I also got some fruit salads that I do got coming out for the ones that do like fruit salads and stuff like that. And the whole dessert thing, we'll see. We'll try to put something together for those who like to splurge. I'm pretty sure we can put something together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any baked goods, cookies, or you just
Probably just keep it simple.
okay?
Probably just keep it real simple. Don't want to get too sugary.
Yeah, we still stand on the healthy. Part
Yeah,
of it.
we still trying to stay on the healthy part, and that's one of the things I really like to promote. You know what I mean? On just some healthy living. You know, and it's no age. It doesn't matter on the age. It's no effort. It's just for anybody that's looking for a healthy living, don't have a lot of money, but looking to eat healthy. That's what my channel is completely about.
Okay, so it's not necessary about weight loss or nothing like that. It's just a lifestyle.
It's,
that you
it's,
wanna
it's
promote.
just really a lifestyle, and I think everything, once you get your nutrition value on where you need them at, I think that's just what promotes the healthy lifestyle. And I think everything else that people do are just come together. But I truly believe it just started with your eating habits, your nutritionist diet, and on however that is. That's what promote a different mindset. That's what puts you in a different mood. You know what I mean? That's what's going to give you that energy, especially if you're a person that's of high demand. So, you know, my living is really about the mood and it's about creating wealth, because we know, you know, just when you're in a healthy mood, you feel better. Your brain function a little better. So that's what truly that my meal's about. And just showing you how to take average things that we have daily and just really just putting them into a nice blend.
Okay. Well, tell the people how to reach you, your YouTube channel, your Instagram.
Well, I just want to let y'all know, once again, you know, of course, you can follow me. For my subscribers out there, continue to follow me on YouTube and like and share my video, please, because, like I said, health is wealth, and that's what my food is. It's food for thought, mind, body, and soul. And just want y'all to continue that. You can also follow me on Instagram. You can look at some of the photos that I unloaded on some of the dishes that I already done. And please email me as well. You can look on my YouTube channel and get my email. If not, you can email me at charlesrogers, one word, 0203 @gmail.com. And if you have any questions, please leave comments down behind on my YouTube channels. I'll be more than answer them for you. Make some of the dishes that you might want to see, I might have some questions about.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get into this, so I'll see y'all next time.
I gave you my heart.